must be my evening appointment. Come on in and feel free to take a seat. Would you like a glass of water or anything to start? You're okay for now? Okay. Well, I'm so happy to see you here. I hear that you've booked an herbal consultation here at our apothecary. That's correct. Good. I always start off with a new client by doing a consultation, and this is where we'll take some basic information along with your vitals and any other notes that you might want to make. Okay, so I just want to start by confirming your name. Okay, your date of birth. And what would you say was your main symptom that you wanted to address today? Okay. Okay. So you're feeling a bit stressed. And this is impacting your sleep, along with eating. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your quality of sleep? Okay. Some nights it's a little bit better. Yeah. And some nights it's a little worse. Okay. But most consistently it's okay. Sounds good. We can definitely help you address that. And can you tell me a little bit more about the stress that you're feeling? What would you say the root cause is? Has it been going on for a long time? Okay. Mm-hmm. And are there any other factors contributing to it? Okay. And what would you, what word would you use to describe your emotional health lately? Okay. And it fluctuates? Yeah, that's normal. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so is there anything emotionally you would like to address? Right, yes, okay. Well, that's all my questions to get started. I will be taking your temperature in a moment. So this will go underneath your tongue. It's completely sanitized, don't worry. And I'll just take your temperature to get a baseline. We do this every session. So I'll just get you to open your mouth and lift up your tongue. I'm going to put this right underneath, and then you can put your tongue down on top, okay? Okay, so I'll just make a note of that. And next, I'm just going to ask for your wrist so that I can track your pulse. So you can just rest it in this hand here. Thank you. I'm going to hold down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go. Brilliant. Yeah, your pulse is a little bit slow right now, and that's okay. For some people, that's very normal. Yeah, that's usual for you. Okay, make a note. And lastly, I'm just going to ask you to stick out your tongue. Sometimes we use this with herbs and herbalism to indicate any signs within the body. So just stick out your tongue. I'm just going to make a note. Okay. Yeah, so you do have a bit of the scalloping on the edges of your tongue. And that kind of white color, it can indicate dampness in the body, which of course herbs can help with. But it's very, it's not unusual. We do see that. Great. So we're going to get started with your herbal treatment. You mentioned that there is stress within your body. So I'm just going to gently palpate your shoulders. Just feel where those main tense muscles are. Okay. So you hold a lot of tension in your traps. Yeah, do you find you're hunching your shoulders up quite a bit? It can be very natural for our bodies to assume that kind of state when we are almost protecting ourselves. Okay. So this is a holistic herbal treatment, and one of the first things we'll start with is a very gentle shoulder massage. Just so you can relax and take some time out to look after yourself. And then we'll proceed to talk about the rest of the herbs and what we will offer you today. Okay, so if you're comfortable, just turn around and I'm just going to gently massage your shoulders. Okay, so I'm just going to start pressing down onto the shoulders, along the tops of them, and to the sides. We will also work into the neck. And from the neck to the scalp. Because your trapezius attaches in the base of the skull here. But we also have our frontalis muscle, which is the forehead. And we can hold a lot of tension in that area. How are you feeling? Feeling calmer already. That's good. Brilliant. Okay. You can turn around now. So, one of the other treatments we're going to do today is an herbal mist. I have this spritzer bottle here. And we're going to add some essential oils to it so that it is a fragrance that you like. And one that can support with your ailments. So, let's start with this particular blend. Would you like to smell? This is cinnamon, orange, and clove. It is a very sweet and spicy blend, but known for uplifting mood and creating calm. You only need a little bit. And then we have this bottle. And this contains a hand-distilled lavender fragrance, part of the apothecary's garden. And so we will add a couple of drops in there. So you will be able to take this bottle home. We're going to mix it up first. And spritz it around the atmosphere. Throughout your aura. It smells incredible. So I will make sure we put this to the side for you to take home. Now onto the tea. So you have a choice. If you prefer your tea in tea bags like this. And we use unbleached tea bags with the exact amount of herbs you will need. Or the other option is to create your own herb blend. Now, with the loose herbs, which look like this. This is the one you prefer? Okay. So, we will be using this bowl. And we will create a blend just for you to take home and make your own teas with. You can also powder the herbs in a coffee grinder if you prefer that. Mix them in with water. I do have an example of that. So here you can see the powdered herbs. This is a digestive blend with marshmallow and slippery elm. You can smell it's really sweet. What you do is just mix it with water. But yours will look a little bit different because we will be using a different blend of herbs. We will be adding some cinnamon bark, has such a nice sound to it. And a dash of this. Now that it's all mixed, we can give it a taste and see if it's to your liking. I have a strainer here. There we go. We will pop that into a cup. Along with this hot water I freshly brewed. Do you like the aroma already? It's quite pleasant. Tea can be such a sensory experience with the heat rising up and touching your face from the steam to the warmth on your hands and the taste of the tea. We can use our sight to see the colors and how the herbs distill. It's a very calming experience. We will let that steep, and then in a moment you can taste it. Here you are. How does it taste? It's quite good, isn't it? I've tried this particular blend before, and I think the cinnamon bark really helps to bring some much needed sweetness to some of the more bitter herbs, because even when things are bitter in life, we do need a bit of sweet. You can have both. Okay, I'll allow you to finish your tea, and while you do that, I will package together your blend along with your essential oil spray. Okay. Yeah. Just take some time to relax now. There you go. Now just take some time to relax and be present with the tea. This moment is for you, and I hope you can enjoy our lounge that overlooks the forest, and you can hear the river nearby. I think the rain even started during our session, and that can be quite therapeutic to listen to. Okay, I will be with you in a moment. Welcome back to the apothecary. It is so good to see you. So good to see you again. Please, take a seat. Make yourself comfortable. I would like to check in on how you're feeling since you started with your herbal teas. And I will make a few notes. Okay, how has your stress been? And would you say that's been affecting your sleep at all? Okay. And how has your appetite been? Okay. And any other symptoms that you've noticed? Has anything improved or decreased since your last visit? Well, I am glad to hear everything you've said. Next, I would like to take your pulse. So if you could just kindly rest your forearm in my hand, and I will go from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, here you go. We'll make a note. Now, if you could open your mouth and say, ah, so I can look at your tongue. Okay. I can see less of the scalloping, which is a good sign that the herbs are working. And finally, I'll take your temperature. And make sure that everything is in good working order. If you could just open your mouth for me again and lift up your tongue. Just going to place that in. Brilliant. Your temperature is absolutely fine. Yes, I'm seeing consistent positive results from your last session. Now, I just want to check the texture and quality of your skin. Our skin is our largest organ, and sometimes it can show us what's going on the inside. I just want to assess the texture and how it feels. Some people have very dry skin. Others have very oily skin. And there are some that have a combination of both. So I just want to make a note of how yours is feeling today. And this is especially important as we move into our other treatments of today. as you've expressed an interest in trying acupuncture. And so, sometimes our skin quality can change during acupuncture if we are nervous or are feeling pain, so it helps to have a baseline. I'm also going to take this light here and gently hold it up to your skin to see your pores better. One more time. Okay. You're doing great. This will be really helpful as we proceed with your other treatments. Last time we discussed powder herbs as part of your treatment, but today I've gone ahead and made up some capsules. This is a special formula made entirely for you and your individual needs. It contains cleavers, juniper berries, marshmallow, and parsley. These are soothing and fortifying herbs to help you feel your best. You can see they're not too big. And much more convenient than having to brew a tea. I've gone ahead and packaged it for you so that after your treatment today, you can slowly get off the table and you don't have to think about anything. You can just pick up the bag and enjoy the rest of your evening. So I will put these to the side for you. Before we get started, I'd like to support the body as much as possible to ensure that we have a good flow of chi going, and water can be exceptionally helpful for that. And along with your water, I have an herbal tincture for you to take, which we will place into this cup. Today we are focusing on warming the body. And so this will be a tincture of warming herbs. And you can see the water start turning a very light tea color. It looks like it is just floating kind of at the surface. But it's good to drink all of this before we get started. Here you go. Well done. It doesn't have an unpleasant taste, but I also wouldn't describe it as delicious. Are you feeling warmer already? Good. Lastly, I'm going to put on some gloves. So that we can apply some essential oil to your pulse points. I have here a ginger essential oil. It smells incredible. What do you think? And we will apply it to this carrier oil. only need a drop or two. I'll just distribute it to my fingertips. Before tapping it on your temples, forehead, your sinuses, and just underneath your jaw, where your lymph nodes sit. And this is just to generate circulation on the body. Can I have your hand again? Just going to turn that over. Apply it to your wrist. There you go. Your other hand. Now it's on your wrist points and your elbows. There you go. So now you should be feeling warmer from the inside out. In a moment, I'm going to ask that you lay on the table and I'll step out of the room. And when I return, we will begin your acupuncture. Okay, do you have any questions? Perfect. We will get started. How are you feeling? Are you comfortable? Let's tuck you in. We're just going to start with some gentle compressions on either side of your body. This is to signal to your body it's okay to relax, that you can feel safe. And grounded. While you receive your treatment. Now, acupuncture shouldn't be uncomfortable. It might feel like a quick pinch with some of the needles, but you should never be in pain or having to suffer through it. So please let me know if any are uncomfortable for you. Once you start to feel the chi moving, this can feel calming or energizing. Sometimes there's a bit of a buzzing or numb feeling to it. But all of this is normal. Okay, let's get started. I have some needles here. And I think we will start with your forehead and move our way down the body to your feet. You don't have to watch the needles go in if that makes you uncomfortable. Okay. Okay, so the first point will be going up here. And then another. In here, by your ear. And in your other ear. And then we'll be moving on to your arm. One more. You're doing so well. And your other arm. You're still doing okay? Just want to check your skin, make sure you're not getting clammy or nervous at all. Lastly, we will put a couple into your feet. While you rest and let the energy move and do its work, I will gently brush you with some herbs to assist this process and your own relaxation. I have some lavender here from my garden. And we're just going to slowly pat your body with it. And sweep it over you. And now I will let you rest, and we'll be back in about 20 minutes. Hey, it looks like you fell asleep for a bit. I hope that means you felt quite relaxed. We're going to begin by removing the needles, starting at your feet. And finally, the remaining ones from your head, starting with your ears. There you are. I will give you some time to slowly get up. Help yourself to some water, which I will leave out for you. And slowly come back to yourself before you go home, and you can drift off to sleep. Okay. I look forward to seeing you again soon. It's a good thing you called today. I heard on the phone how unwell you were feeling. And I can see right now that maybe you have a bit of the flu. Here, let me grab you something to help warm up. I have this plush blanket for you. It's so soft and warming. Let's get that on you now. There you go. And would you like a hot water bottle as well? I made this up right before you arrived. It is also very soft and very warm. There you go. Hopefully that helps a little bit with the chills. Why don't you tell me a little bit more about your symptoms? And I'm just going to palpate your lymph nodes underneath your throat here, and then the ones right by the start of your underarm. And then I'm going to touch your sinuses. Okay. Just to check how congested you're feeling. Does that sound okay to you? Good. So why don't you tell me, when did this start? Okay. You spoke to your doctor as well. Good. Are you taking any medication for this at the time? Okay. And when was the last time you took that? Okay. When you go to sleep, are you staying asleep or are you waking up through the night? Okay. So we really want to focus on getting you some deep rest, helping to manage your temperature. Part of the apothecary is our healing rooms. And there we have a sauna and a cold plunge pool. And you're welcome to use that after our session today. Great. Let's get started by taking your temperature. I know we do this every session, but today it feels more important than ever. Get you to open your mouth. Thank you. Okay, it's only slightly above the normal range. But we can still work on that. Have you been taking your herbal medicine? Good. And you're still enjoying the tea? Okay. Today we have a few different options for you. Before we get started with the medicine, I just want to check. Have you had anything to eat today? Okay. Well, a little bit of extra vitamins won't hurt. Because you've got the blanket wrapped around you, I can see your hands are keeping nice and warm on the hot water bottle. Would you like me to peel the orange for you? Absolutely, I'm happy to. Generally, there's a trick to it, where you want to find a place to get your thumb or fingernail under. Some people are so skilled at doing this, and they manage to peel it all off in one go. But I don't think that'll be me today. As always, I wash my hands before our session. The rind smells incredible. So here you go. Okay. There you go. Your last piece. Now our star herb of today will be elderberries. These ones in particular have been dried. And they're an incredibly powerful berry. They have been used in folk medicine as an immune booster for many, many years. And you can see them now. They have this delicious mulled wine sort of aroma. and they turn your tea or herbal products a deep purple hue. Because of their dark color, they're full of antioxidants. And they are a favorite of ours at the apothecary for helping to soothe and support as well as prevent any illness. But you can see them. They're very similar looking to like a whole peppercorn. You don't need too much. Just add a little bit to the tea that you're already taking and let it steep for 10 to 15 minutes, and you will get a very nourishing form of medicine. This little jar is for you to take home, so I will make sure it's placed with your belongings. And over to the side here. From elderberries, we have made this incredible medicine. It is known as a syrup, and in herbalism, traditionally that will be the medicine boiled with sugar or honey to make a syrupy texture. So we will also send this home with you today. But because you are here and you're not feeling well at the moment, let's ensure you get a dose now so it can start to work as soon as possible. Ours is a favorite blend of the apothecary. Our blend consists of elderberries, of course, organic oranges that we have grown in our garden, and local honey for sweetness and its antiviral properties. We've also added in cloves, which gives it even more of that delicious, Christmassy kind of flavor, as well as for cloves' healing properties. Because you have your hands full now with your blanket and your hot water bottle, would you like me to give you a dose? Of course. Absolutely. Here you go. It should go down quite easily as medicine. You can see it has this almost gelatinous texture, and that is from the natural pectin in oranges. So if you want to just open your mouth. What did you think? Quite good, isn't it? This little pot should last you a week, so maybe take about a spoonful a day. You're welcome to take more when you get home, but it's not necessary. I'll just put that over there with your other belongings. How is your temperature doing now? Are you feeling a little bit too warm? It is a balancing act with the flu, isn't it? So you're welcome to put the blanket and the hot water bottle down. And I have some cool spring water here. Along with a towel. And we can gently just dab at your face. I'll take away any perspiration and overheating. Just pat. Any sweat, any discomfort, just wipe that away. And just close your eyes for me. I know that sometimes when I have a fever, my eyes can feel quite hot. So we'll just tap your eyes really gently. There you go. Has that helped your temperature a little bit? Oh, good. And finally, I think we should further support your immune system by doing some lymphatic drainage with dry brushing and a bit on your face with a rose quartz facial stone. Let us start with your arms to get the lymphatic flowing. I have this dry brush here. And we will use it very gently on your skin. To help support the movement of the lymph. Lymph flows alongside our veins, and our lymph is so important for our immune system. It is our body's defense. And so when we're ill, we want to support it as much as we can. So if you want to hand me your hand, and if you can roll up your sleeves, I'll start working your forearm. Now your other arm. Go. And you can take this home with you so you can continue the treatment there. It's best to do when your skin is dry, so before a shower or a bath, and you want to move towards your lymphatic system. So that'll be up your arms and towards the bottom of your clavicles, up your legs and towards near your hips. With your stomach, there's a lot of lymphatic, there's a lot of lymph in the middle of your stomach, kind of clustered together, so you can sweep inwards. And the secret is to go very gentle. You don't want to push too hard, or then you push right past the lymph. Yeah, it's simple enough. And it feels quite soft. It's not a hard brush. There you go. Lastly, we're going to use the rose quartz to help the lymph of your face, and this will help where you are feeling that pressure near your sinuses. I'm going to start along your neck, and again, that's to help drain the lymph that's already there and create movement so it flows easily. So if you could just turn your head slightly for me. And let's do the other side. Turn the other way. I'm going to do underneath your chin if you want to just tilt your head up slightly. Perfect. And now you can tilt your head back down along your jaw. I'm just holding your skin taut with my other hand. down to your cheekbones. We're just gonna move it towards your ear. Under your eye, just really gently to help the sinuses there. Your forehead, moving down to your temples. And lastly, I'm just going to finish by manually draining anything that's collected towards the ears. There you are. I hope you are feeling even somewhat better. You're welcome to use our sauna now, or you can go home and run a nice warm bath or shower. Take extra